Hello guys, welcome again. So last time we managed to create this class here from the previous video we made, and the idea is that we want to create a RESTful web service, and these are like we want to create APIs, and later on we create the React, and React will consume our APIs. So here, this is a REST class because I have added this REST here. But before, if it's not REST, if you make it, if you add like this controller, and here's a controller, and if you don't want to make it REST, we can also change this to maybe this the path, and then here we have to return the name of the file or template, let's say home, and then here on the resources you need to create these templates and then home file, and this is how it's done when you're using like let's say ThemeLive or the Groovy the template to be able to get this to be able to call this HTML file, which you have to write HTML and add CSS on the resources. But that's a different way or is a different path. For now we want to create the only APIs, and here we have we can see this class we created. This was just for example. So but now I'm going to create another class here. And this class is going to be the user controller, and then on our user controller I'll have to add annotations, and then I'll explain what they do because you need to understand these terms before we continue. So the first annotation I want is going to be REST controller, and this is making this class to be a RESTful class, so it can accept HTTP requests and also can send HTTP requests. And then another annotation that we need is we need request mapping, and then I want to put this the URI because all my URIs I want to start from this /API. Okay, so what is really happening here is that what you have to understand is that this is just a notation, which is a REST controller, and this is the class that is used by Spring Boot application, and that it combines the features of the regular controller that I just showed you, and the RESTful API. It is typically used to build the web service. And this web service have to follow some sort of principle. So REST is a representational state transfer. That's the meaning of the REST. So in the contents of this Spring Boot, the REST is a specialized version of controller class that is designed specifically to handle RESTful requests and return the data in the format suitable for, let's say, for the client consumption or the client to be able to understand. And this client can be maybe JSON or XML. So it kind of eliminates the need for additional configuration by automatically applying the how do you call it, like a response body for people who have coded before before this using the REST. So we have to use the response body annotation to our method handlers within the classes. Okay, so this REST controller, it's just annotation in Spring Boot, and it's just used to mark this class as a RESTful controller. And this annotation combines the functionality of controller in it and also response body annotation. So it's a combination of other annotations like controller and response body annotation. You can Google those also, read about them. And then we have the class also defined it handle the method that are responsible for handling or incoming HTTP request, and these methods are typically annotated with the HTTP method annotation. So we have like let's say the post mapping, we have get mapping, we have put, we have delete, etc. So to specify the type of request they handle, then we have to use this method. So the next we have this, where we have this is also automatically serialize the return value of the handle method into a format suitable for clients. As I said, you can either choose if you want to format the data in JSON or XML, and this is serialization. And serialization is performed. They use like how do you call them, the converters, and which convert the, let's say, object returned by method into the desired format. So this class is well suited for building RESTful API. So another point is that they can be further enhanced with the additional annotation, such as this request mapping to define the base URL path for all endpoints within the class. So you see this, I just put here API, and I'm using this request mapping. So request mapping, the request mapping, this is another annotation in a Spring framework that is used to map HTTP request. Its job is only to map the HTTP request to specify to specific method in a controller class. So here I'm going to write other method like get mapping, put mapping. So this is going to be used for that, to make sure that the URL are correctly. So we have to use this request mapping. Okay, so the request mapping annotation can be also applied in both class level and method level. So I can use it here, or I can use it on the method level. And when applied to the class level, the request mapping establishes the base URL or path for all the handler method within the controller class. So if it's applied here, that means anything you write here inside this class is going to start from the URI. Always start from this API /forward API, and then maybe users and so forth. So maybe if let's add, for example, I want to list all users. So let's say public list list users. Okay, now I don't have users, but get all users, and this is a method. And this is the method level that's going to return something here. Let's say we want to return whatever we want to return. So when it's applied at the method level, the request mapping specifies the URL path or pattern for the individual handler method. Understand? So I show you that example. So in this example, get all users method is mapped to the URL /API and then users, and it will handle the HTTP get request. While if we create another method like create users method is mapped to the URI, the same URL, but it will handle the HTTP post request. So the request mapping annotation can accept various attributes to further specify the request mapping. And also, as I said, there is a get method. We have get your post, we have put delete, and also we also have params, headers, consume, produce. All these, for example, params restrict the mapping based on the specific request parameters, and also the headers also the same. It restrict the mapping based on the specific request header. So by using the request mapping annotation, you can define flexible and customizable request mappings in a Spring controller, and it will allow you to handle the various type of requests. So I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you really understand what's going on here. So, but you still have to Google and try to understand again and read more so that you understand what's going on here. But this is the form and method, how we are going to use this. As I'm going to write these methods here, we're going to use this format here. So all our APIs, we're going to read from this URI. Thank you guys, and remember subscribing. Bye bye.